easy formula to achieve anything in your life. Any goals that you set, if you follow this formula, you're simply going to end up achieving any goals that you have in your life 10 times faster. So just follow this step-by-step plans that I'm going to tell you about in this video, and you're going to simply achieve any goals that you have in your life in a very short period of time. So, number one step of this formula is to simply define what you want to achieve. And actually this is a very important thing, because defining what you want to achieve in your life and having goals is very important thing in a man's life, because it's there is a very amazing book called The Way of the Superior Man by David Deida, and the author of this book, David Deida, tells us that if a man doesn't have goals in his life, if a man doesn't have purpose and life mission in his life, then he's going to simply end up being like a retard. He will fuck around, he will do a lot of bullshit activities, and he's going to simply end up living a bullshit life. And in order not to do all this shit, what we need to do is simply we need to set loads of goals. And when we set goals, it is simply like we have this vision where we want to be in our lives, and these things that we have goals will simply give the meaning to our life. Why we simply live, why we simply wake up in the morning, and why do we work? It will give meaning to our life, and we will simply, as a man, end up living a happy and fulfilled life. So goals are very important, and having this vision, what you want to achieve in your life, what person you want to be, where you want to be, is super important. So number one step to achieve any goal is to simply have clear vision, where you want to be, what person you want to be, and simply have this very detailed and a clear goal, clear vision of where you want to be. This is the step one. The second step, also very important, and without this step you're not going to achieve any goal, is to simply have the plan. Have the plan of things, how you're going to achieve this goal. When you set the goal, it's the question what you want to achieve, where you want to be, what person you want to be, and etc. But the most important thing in achieving any goal is the question how you're going to achieve what you want to achieve. And the paradox here is that you may have the goal, and you may have the approximate plan in your head what you're going to do in order to achieve this goal and get close to this goal. For example, if you want to be a boxing champion, then you may have this approximate plan in your head that, oh, I need to train, I need to work on my technique and all this stuff. And you might get better, you might get closer to achieving this goal, but what if you had a very detailed, very step-by-step, very clear plan of things that you could do in order to actually become this boxing champion? If you had this very detailed, structured, step-by-step plan on how you're going to become this champion, and this plan can consist of those things that, for example, you have bad technique, so you need to focus more on improving your technique. Or maybe you have bad footwork, and you need to focus more on footwork. Or maybe you are a very strong guy, and you have to if you are strong, then you simply have to put less effort on building strength, and you need to put more effort on the things that you are bad, and your bad sides are your footwork and your technique, so you need to put more effort in them. And those can be the things that you set in your plans, that I need to improve this and this because I am bad at this. But if you did not have any plan at all, you might have no idea that you have those bad sides in your boxing, or maybe that you have bad technique. You might not even realize this, and you simply work on your strengths, that you are already strong and you are working on your strength, that where you are working on the things where you are already good, but you are not working on things where you are bad. There might be this thing because simply you don't have the plan. But if you had very detailed, very structured plan on achieving any goals that you want, the progress on achieving any goal will simply be 10 times more, and you will simply going to end up being where you want to be in a much short period of time, because simply have this step-by-step plan of what things you need to do in order to actually get there. By the way, if you want to skyrocket progress and achieving your goals, I highly recommend you my program called Peak Performance Blueprint course. And I promise you, this blueprint will literally accelerate progress in any goals that you have in your life, whether it is business, whether it is fitness, or overall self-improvement. And if you did not know, this is my personal transformation. That I used to be skinny guy, but now I'm jacked. I live an amazing life, I achieve loads of goals, and I share with you pieces of advice how you can achieve your goals much faster. So what you need to do is to simply text me in my Telegram and change your life. It is very, very powerful. Any goals that you have in your life, whether you want to like overall self-improvement, you want to improve your mental health, or maybe you want to read a book or whatever it is, when you have the plan on how you are going to do this thing in your life, how you're going to implement this thing, how you're going to get closer to achieving what you want with this thing called plan. Anything in your life, the process of achieving goal will be super, super easy. Very easy. Is the step 2. The third step, the final step, is to simply execute. Simply, what you wrote in your plan, you simply need to follow this plan, and that's it. There is nothing left to do. You simply you set the goal, it's the vision, it's where you want to be, the target. You set the plan, how to get to this where you want to be. You set the road, and what's left, you just simply drive to this road, to the destination, and that's it. To achieving goals is super, super easy. You simply need to set the target, set the plan on how you're going to get there, and simply drive. Simply drive to this road, drive to this the path. Simply follow this plan, follow the road, and that's it. This is how you end up achieving any goals that you want. 3-step formula. Set the goal, make the plan, and execute. Simply do those things that going to lead you to achieving this goal. If you have absolutely no clue how to achieve this goal, then what you need to do is to simply learn. Simply learn about this stuff that is connected to achieving your goal. If you, for example, want to earn 10k a month, or maybe make your first sale, the most important thing here, if you completely have no understanding how to do that, the most important thing for this stage of achieving goal is to simply learn about this stuff. Learn how to make money, learn how money works, and how to sell, how to make the product, and then sell to other people. Learn about the stuff, and as soon as you learn, as soon as you get all this knowledge, how you can earn money and all this stuff, then you simply make the plan, or maybe what business model are you going to do, or maybe what product are you going to do. And when you set up the very structured and detailed plan on how you're going to achieve this goal, you just need to follow this plan, and you're going to achieve any goals that you have. I repeat, you set the goal, you set the target, you set the plan, how to achieve this goal, how to get there, and then you simply execute. 3-step formula, very, very easy, and you can achieve any goals that you have. So thank you for watching this video. I hope that this was valuable. If yes, leave a like, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. God bless.